Um,
Hey y'all, so I am back with another video today, and today we are going to be talking about what I read in 2023. I know some of y'all do not care about like my book videos or my reading vlogs or whatever, so I get it. Like, these are for the people who do care, and I like doing book content because it's fun for me, and I don't really be having people to talk to or connect with, you know, when it comes to books. So why not put it on the internet? I don't know. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go month by month by what I read and briefly discuss them and kind of like talk about my reading year and whatever. So the goal for this year was to read 15 books, and then when I surpassed 15, I upped it to 25. So yeah, I ended up reading 40 books this year. Most of them were not physical. Most of them were through audio. My goal this year, however, is to read more physical books. Since I am in school and I am a English major, I'm going to be reading. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how this year is going to go with me in terms of physical copies or whatever, but whatever. So, yeah. So, January. January, I read when no one, okay, so I read when no one was watching. That got 2 out of 5 stars. I still stand on it being 2 out of 5 stars. It was just not for me. It was just not for me. Like, it was somebody's rendition of Get Out, and it was not like great. It wasn't a great rendition of Get Out. I'm also going to be reflecting, like, I have the ratings. I rated them here. I'm going to be reflecting on, like, do I still stand on it being that rating? How do I feel about it now? Because when we first read books, we tend to rate them and talk about them based on that moment, and then after we think about it and we have different feelings, our ratings and our feelings and our thoughts about the book changes. So that's also why I'm doing this. But yeah, so January was not that good of a month. A Deadly Inside Scoop was also what I read. I DNF that book, and I still stand on DNF in that book because it was just, the characters were annoying, the main character were annoying, the side characters were annoying, the plot of the story was just annoying. Like, everything was just annoying. Oh, and also, I either have a wrap up or a vlog on each month. So if you are interested, you can just go to the playlist and just, because I have more in depth thoughts surrounding pretty much all of these books. Um, Next book was Two Part Sugar, One Part Murder. It was an ebook. Yeah, it was an ebook. I gave that book 3 out of 5 stars. It was cute. It was just okay. Like, it was just a simple, cozy mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a simple little cozy mystery. It was not something great or astonishing. Like, oh my god, like, it was just something cute for the moment. Like, just a cute little cozy mystery. I do recommend, if you enjoy like cozy mysteries, like, you just want to have something cute to read. Next book was Pet by Akweke Imezi. I think that's how you pronounce their last name. I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think I want to give it 5 stars. Because I don't really have any issues with the book to not give it 5 stars. Pet was really amazing. Like, the commentary, the it, it was eccentric in a way that, like not a lot of people are or were able to understand. And I just really enjoyed the book as a whole. Like, it's just it's so much depth with Pet, and it's so much, like, it's so many layers with Pet. Like, I could just go on and on and on. I really want to do like a sit down video of me just discussing Pet, because I just have so many thoughts surrounding it. So eventually, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna go into February. So in February, I kind of did like a romance book blog, just, reading some black romance books or whatever. So first book was Love is a Revolution by Renee Watson. Um, DNF. DNF. Um, DNF. DNF. Like, I don't even know. The main character was annoying. Like, I hate, uh, what is it? What is it? It's not first love. It's when, when somebody, as soon as they meet them, they just fall in love. I don't remember what it's called. Like, I hate that type of love. Like, I need build up. Like, I just hate that. Like, she was annoying. She was a liar. Like, and I get the lying in books, but it's like she was lying with no purpose. Like, I understand that you are a fat black girl and you have a different experience. So I would understand you lying about certain things, right? But she was just not a serious person to me. Anyway, next book was The Hookup Plan. That was an ebook. Oh, I do have the physical copy of Love is Revolution. The Hookup Plan was an ebook. I gave that 5 out of 5 stars because it was a great time. Like, it was a great time. The romance was a great time. The smut scenes were a great time. Like, it was just a great time. The book was a great time. Like, it was a great time. Definitely a great time. Next book was The Boyfriend Project, which is also a part of the Hookup Plan, as like they're in the same universe. The Boyfriend Plan, no, The Boyfriend Project was an ebook that got 3.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know. I didn't really like the Boyfriend Project was okay. But like, I personally feel like the book needed more. I felt like the book needed more build up, because they hung out and stuff at work, granted, but like, I don't know, it just seemed like the romance just seemed like it was missing a little bit of something. But yeah, that book got 3.5 out of 5 stars. Stand on that. The next book that is a part of that trilogy with the Hookup Plan is called The Dating Playbook. I have not read that yet. I do want to read that sometime this year. Okay, next book I read in February was Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. That book did get 4 out of 5 stars. And you know what? I do stand on that. I think I did give it 5 out of 5 stars, but I think the 4, I don't know, because I don't remember the character's name, but the girl, she was annoying. So like, I don't know if I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do 4.5, because I don't remember that much. So I'm gonna stick with the 4.5, because I do have 4.5, but I'm kind of remembering some of the stuff that did bother me a little bit. But it was still a cute book. Like, it was still a great time for a YA romance book. Like, it still did. It was great. Okay, so next in March, I did like my author deep dive, where I read. Well, it wasn't like a deep dive, honestly, because a deep dive is me like reading most of their work. I didn't even read most of her work. I really only read like 4 books. And the author was Tiffany D. Jackson. I know Tiffany D. Jackson is some of y'all's favorite girl. She's not mine. She's not my fave. But I do respect her and acknowledge her as a writer, because she stands on business when it comes to her pen. It's just the plots, the plot twists, the that stuff that she adds in, or taking other stories and kind of regurgitating them into hers. Um, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. But yeah. So White Smoke, I read that book. I gave that book 3 out of 5 stars. Stand on it. I did a whole vlog on this, so y'all can go watch the vlog. The Weight of Blood, I gave that book 3 out of 5 stars, but honestly, I'm thinking maybe 4 or 3.5. 3.5. I'll give it 3.5. 3.5 because there were there were things I really did enjoy about the book, but it were some things I was like, okay. So I'll give it 3.5. Monday's Not Coming, 3.5. See, the thing that makes me so upset about Monday's Not Coming is that Monday's Not Coming had so much potential. It was just the ending. The ending of the plot twist is what fucked it up for me with this book. Like, if there was no plot twist and it was just the commentary on how we treat black children, then I would be all over it. But and then the next book was Grown by Tiffany G. Jackson. Gave that 2 out of 5 stars because you did a R. Kelly retelling and then you're trying to act like it's not an R. Kelly retelling. Like, girl, please leave me alone. Okay, so now we're going into April. In April, I read Blood Like Magic. I did not physically read it. That was in audiobook. 2 out of 5 stars. 2 out of 5 stars. 2 out of 5 stars because the thing about this book that made me so annoyed is that this book had so much potential to be great with the magic system and the powers that were had in the book, but a lot of it just didn't really make any sense. A lot of the plot didn't really make any sense. Like, not for me. Next book was Black Girl Limited. That book got DNF'd. That book got DNF'd. Next book was Cinderella is Dead, by Kaylin Bayron. That book got 5 out of 5 stars, and I stand on that because the book was phenomenal. That book was so good. Like, the commentary on patriarchy, the queer representation, the black queer representation, the plot twist actually had me shocked. Okay, the plot twist actually had me shocked. The play on like Cinderella and like that, and like how she took that and like basically created her own universe and her own story based on that. Brilliant. It was brilliant. In May, I did not read anything. Did not do anything in May. But in June, I wanted to read some Pride romance. So that's what I read in June. So Friday, I'm in Love. I did an audiobook for that. That book got 5 out of 5 stars. I don't remember the author's name, but Friday I'm in Love, I really did enjoy. It was good. It was fun. It was like lighthearted. It had like the teen romance of it. It did have the heavy topics with like poverty, like black people in poverty, and like black queerness, and just everything about it was just amazing. Next book was Honey Girl. That was an audiobook. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Honey Girl was a little bit odd. It was okay. There were some things I'm just like, when it came to certain things, but I still think it was an okay book. Next book was I'm So Not Over You. That was an audiobook. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. Book was The Black Flamingo, and I gave that book 5 out of 5 stars. That was an audiobook. Um, the Black Flamingo was phenomenal. It was so good. Like the telling telling like the about like drag that talks about like everything about that this book was just phenomenal. Like if you are queer and you're struggling to find like who you are and discovering who you are and all of that, I would definitely highly recommend reading this book, especially if you're like a teen. Next book, okay, so we're going into July. So in July, I read Such a Fun Age. I, that was on an audiobook, but like I don't know what to rate Such a Fun Age. Like Such a Fun Age, I get its commentary. It's kind of like, what is it called when like satire? Like Such a Fun Age has a satire to it that I think was on purpose, and like if the purpose of this book was to be sort of satire, then I'm gonna give it 4 stars for that, because I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars for that because it makes sense in terms of the topics and the characters in this book. But like as far of it being like a serious book to take serious, I personally wouldn't, but it does have commentary within it about black people, racism, white privilege, and all that. So yeah. Next book was Honey and Spice. Honey and Spice was overrated. Overrated. I'm so sorry about it. I have to say it, but y'all did the most around this book, and the book is not even all that. Okay, it's not even all that, especially when it comes to romance. A lot of romance is missing. See, when it comes to fake dating, you're gonna have to write the romance a little bit differently, because in this book we're already knowing that they're fake dating. So it's not just the people in the book you have to make believe that they're fake dating, it's also the audience, the readers. But yeah, Honey and Spice was overrated. Stand by it. Stand on the 3 out of 5 stars that I gave it. Next book was The Neighbor Favor. That was on Audible. That got 3 out of 5 stars as well. That was definitely overrated. Definitely overrated. I need to figure out what is y'all's definition of romance, because I'm starting to like realize that some of y'all's definition of romance is sex scenes, and some of y'all are just desensitized. Like I don't know, like what is y'all definition of romance? I really need to know that, because the book, especially the book talk girls, y'all be going up in these books talking about the romance, and I'm just be like, what romance, girl? Next book was Amari and the Night Brothers. I listened to that on not Audible, Libby. It's an audiobook. I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Amari and the Night Brothers was so amazing. It was everything I love about books. It was black. It had fantasy. It was magic. It's just so amazing. It had commentary on poverty, commentary on racism, commentary on self-esteem, self-worth. It was just amazing. The plot twist actually had me like surprised and shocked. Like it was just everything, even down to like the magical system and how certain details were kind of related to like it was just everything. Love Amari and the Night Brothers now. Next was A Song Below Water. I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. I honestly want to re-listen to A Song Below Water, because I feel like I missed certain details. And I said the same thing about Skin of the Sea, because when I first listened to Skin of the Sea, I kind of was in and out, and I was like, you know what? No, I need to start over. And when I started over, I was so glad I did, because Skin of the Sea was my most favorite book of the year, because it was just so amazing. And I feel the same way about Song Below Water. Like, I really want to like re-listen to it, because I feel like there are certain details that I like maybe missed, but it was great. I love all things black, all things myths, all things like magic, all things folklore, and you add in black people. Give me more. Like, I just love it. So next is what I read in August, which was On Rotation. I gave that book 4 out of 5 stars. It was a okay, this was more so a coming of age book to me with romance in it. A lot of people label this book romance, but it's definitely a coming of age book with romance in it. But it's definitely a solid book. Definitely a solid book. Next book was By the Book. I gave that 2.5 stars. It was kind of, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, it was very similar to The Neighbor Favor. It was definitely very similar to The Neighbor Favor. Now, I kind of want to give it a 3, because I don't really remember the writing being terrible, but it was definitely like the book is supposed to be like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Apparently, I did not know that, but it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of between a 2.5 and a 3 out of 5 stars, because I don't really remember specifically what I disliked, because I don't really think it was the writing. I think it was more so the story and the plot. Okay, next book was Skin of the Sea. Skin of the Sea got 5 out of 5 stars because it was amazing. It was phenomenal. Okay, the Natasha Bowen did her readings when it came to this book. She did the research when it came to black mermaids and historical history and ancient history. Like, she did the research, and I have to applaud her. Like, the book is amazing. You are a black person or a person who enjoys myth, magic, like fantasy, folklore, and you have not read Skin of the Sea, please do so. Please do so. Don't listen to the people on Goodreads. Don't listen to Goodreads. Most of those people who rate those books on Goodreads are okay, and of course they're gonna rate this book what they rate it because they don't understand it. Listen to me. Read it. September, I read only one book, and it was Black Cake, and I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Apparently, Black Cake just came out with a show on Hulu. I have not watched it. Probably won't, but I really enjoyed the book. The book was phenomenal. I love like books that talk about like family and family dynamics and family history. Like, I love books like that as well. I'm starting to learn that I love books like that. So yeah, I definitely love Black Cake. Definitely highly recommend if you love like not like generational stuff and like family dynamics and all that stuff. Definitely read. In October, I did not read anything. I was supposed to read like some thrillers and stuff I had planned, but that didn't happen. But in November, I read Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, and I gave that book 3 out of 5 stars, and I stand on it. I stand on it. I already did a what I read in November, so if you want to check that video out, go ahead. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I read Business Not As Usual. Just gave that 4 out of 5 stars. I read Ace of Spades. Gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Love Radio, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read My Week with Him, and I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And then My Week with Him, I gave either 3 or 4 out of 5 stars. So in December, I I read The Davenports, and I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. I actually really did enjoy The Davenports. I enjoyed like, I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed the kind of the commentary on like black people and like capitalism and like the burgoyes. I did enjoy that. I'm thinking about rereading it though. I'm not so sure. Next book I read was The Gilded Ones, 5 out of 5 stars. The Gilded Ones is exactly how I feel about Skin of the Sea. If you are a black person and you enjoy fantasy, you enjoy myth, like if you enjoy that, read The Gilded Ones. I have not read, I know there's a series. I'm definitely gonna read like the second part this year, but The Gilded Ones was so freaking good. Like I really enjoyed The Gilded Ones. It was so good. So good. I haven't really made any notes in regards to what I read in December. I kind of just read them and just made little notes there, but The Gilded Ones was definitely, book was Open Water. I did not finish Open Water. The main reason why I didn't finish Open Water was because I don't feel like it's for me, number one, and number two, the POV. So I think Open Water is written in second point of view, and it's kind of like sometimes it switches to like first and then it switches to like third. I think like it switches POV, but it's mainly in like second, and it's just hard for me to understand. And I don't know if it may be better for me to actually read it instead of like listening to it because it was an audiobook. So yeah, no. Maybe I'll give it a try again. Normally when I DNF a book, I'll give it a try again, and if it just doesn't work, then it just doesn't work. Or some stuff I just be like, no, period. But yeah. And then last but not least, last book I read of the year was Wash Day Diaries. I have the physical copy, but it's at home in my room. This was great. I love animation. I love watching animations and like graphics. I love anime. I love all that stuff. So I love graphics. So you're gonna give me like this, and it's gonna be Wash Day Diaries, and it's gonna be about black people, black women, you know, doing everyday black girl things, and you're gonna make it a graphic novel. I have to automatically stand. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to automatically stand. Like what else am I supposed to do? Just sit here? No, I have to stand. You see what I'm saying? I have to stand. But yeah, it was fun. It was cute. Like it was just everything. Like it's like a comfort book. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a comfort book. So like if you're in your feelings or whatever, it's like something you can read to give you that. You know what I'm saying? Or like you're missing your friends, you're missing your homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a book I would read if I was feeling in that moment. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, and also comment down below what was your favorite books of the year. What books are you looking forward to reading this year? What books you did not really enjoy this year? What book did you feel like was overhyped this year? Was it some things I discussed in this video that you agreed with? And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.